Yo, what is up guys, Skixy here. Now this is a requested video from somebody called Archeage. I'm sorry if I have completely butchered your name, but this is a sport fishing guide. I have some experience in the proficiency. I've got 51k, nothing too great, but I do know roughly what I'm doing. So to start off, to actually sport fish, you do need 40k fishing proficiency. I would also suggest do not do this unless you have a fishing boat, or the Moby Drake boat I believe it's called, to store the fish. Now your fishing rod choices, let me open this up for you now. You've got two different fishing rods. You've got the flexible fishing rod, which has a faster rate of catching fish, and then you have the sturdy version, which deals more damage to the fish. I personally use the flexible one at the moment. It's not too big of a deal, you can just pick whichever one you kind of prefer. You're also going to need a sport fishing lure, which you can either craft or buy off of the auction house. I personally buy mine from the auction house. And you also need a chum bucket. Now, where do we actually go to find these fish? We can't just chuck our fishing rod out into the ocean and do sport fishing. To actually do it, we need to find a location with seagulls around, and it's called a school of fish. Now, the way that I do this, I go to 2 crowns. I use my speedboat just to get out there a bit quicker. If you're on the Haranya side, you can go to Solace, and I will show you where I go. I go down here, just near this island, and by the time I get there, I usually find a fishing spot. I'll quickly demonstrate this for you right now. So I've got some tips for you while we get to the spot. So the ghost ships, they de-aggro, so don't be scared of them when you're fishing. Don't panic and move your boat because you see one coming towards you. If it does attack you, it doesn't do that much damage. It will just drive past and you will be perfectly fine. The jellyfish are the annoying ones. They hit your boat in an AoE radius, so it does deal damage to you. So if your gear is quite low, this could do a lot of damage and you may need to move away with your boat just to de-aggro this. Okay, now we're out in the war section. Going to despawn my speedboat. I'm going to spawn the fishing boat. Now, during the actual fishing process, I will demonstrate this again when I actually get into a spot. And as you can see, I've just jumped on my fishing boat on the fish finder, and I see a fishing icon right here. Just hold down shift, left click just to get a marker there, and then drive to this spot, or sail to this spot, I should call it. As I was saying, during the fishing process, I always use big reel at the end of an ability, just because if it does happen to be big reel on that next ability, it will deal an extra tick or 2 of damage, and big reel is the biggest damage dealer. This is just what I do, you don't have to do the same. There is a 8000 fishing proficiency boost title which you can get from the Blue Victory quest. It's from Fisherman Santiago in Cinderstone. Now there's already somebody over here. As well as the fishing title, there is some fishing gear. There's some boots that you can get. I'm not 100% sure of the name. Okay, so we found the seagulls. The guy's already used a chum bucket. As you can see, it says fish feeding frenzy, so we don't need to do that. So once we're here, you should lower the crane by pressing this button here. Now you want to use the lure on your fishing rod, and now this allows you to do sport fishing for 2 hours. Equip your fishing rod and just chuck it out into the water. If nobody's here already, make sure to use your chum bucket. Just right click the bucket and left click on the water where it says school of fish. Now we just have to wait until we catch something. Fishing does take quite a lot of time and it's somewhat AFK, so having some good music to listen to or something else to do while you're waiting is great. So So we've got a fish here, and now the ability will come up here and we need to match it. It also highlights the ability down here. Quite a simple process. As you can see there, I got an extra tick of damage because I used big reel straight after. Doesn't matter too much, but it is nice. As you can see, that jellyfish is aggroed onto this guy, but he is an abolisher, so it doesn't do that much damage to him. It is good to track the target. A lot of people do that. Just in case you do lose the target, you can quickly click down here to target him again. Okay, so now once the fish has died, you just jump into the water and pick up the pack, and then you put it back on your boat. The crane is for the large fish. You won't be able to put the smaller fish on there. Now the front of the fishing boat can hold 5 fish, and the back crane can hold 2 large fish. A good little trick, if there is a jellyfish that's aggroed onto your boat and you are catching a fish, you can just jump into the water and still use the abilities. This way the jellyfish AoE on the boat won't deal any damage to you. So once you're done fishing, either the spot has ran out or your boat is full, you can hand in your fish at a fish stand. You get the gold instantly. Now I'm going to the one in Sand Deep, as it's the closest one to me. There is one in 2 crowns up here, and if you're on the Hiranya side, I believe there's one just in Solace right there for you guys to turn in. Now it was 51 labor to catch a single fish for me with my fishing proficiency. We do not have a full boat. Unfortunately, we have 4 out of the 5 fish as the spot did run out. Just a quick note, make sure to hire your crane when you come back, as it makes you a lot slower. So once you're here, just grab the fish out of the boat and make your way up to the fish stand. Now once you're here, you're going to want to sell the sportfish, not craft a sportfish decor item. For the quest, you do actually need to do this on a bluefin marlin, I believe. A blue marlin, actually. So if you had the blue marlin, you would just craft it and it would give you the decor item for the quest. Okay, this is the last one to turn in, and it is 43 labor per turn in for me at the moment with my proficiency. That's all there is to cover in the fishing guide. If there is anything else you guys would like to know, just leave it down in the comment section down below. If you find the video helpful at all, just hit the like button, and if you want to see any more Archeage videos, make sure to subscribe to this channel. I'll see you guys in the next video.